Hi, everybody. My name's Chanel, and welcome to Grown Woman Stuff. Um, this is something new that I'm trying and something that I'd like to share, with the women of the world. Hopefully, you'll like it. You'll, be willing to, check in and listen to, the things that, or my take on things that, I feel that we as grown women in our everyday lives, have to go through. Um, I'm talking the good, the bad, the sad, the ugly, the ups, the downs, things we go through as moms, things we go through as working women, the challenges that we have. Some of the things will be brief and it'll be quick, and some of the things, may be a little more heartfelt and touching, and we kind of go into, some, in-depth details of, pain and love or whatever. I'm hoping that we can turn this thing into something big, and I'm hoping that you like what I have to share. And this is my first go round at it, and feel free to give me your feedback and whatever. I'm open to everything, and I'm hoping that us as women around the world, that we can just learn from each other and take each other's experiences, comments, opinions, um, and share. Take heed to the advice that other women have to give. Not judge each other, and just understand, that we all, at the end of the day, have our, ups, downs, struggles, good times, bad times, and hopefully, the things that I have to share with you, you find interesting, and you'll come back and continue to join me on this journey. Um, Today, one of the things I wanted to talk about is, identifying, through our pain or our hurt. And, I'm not a man, so I can't speak, on, whether, men do that or not. I mean, I can speculate that maybe, they do. But the women, that I've come across, or some of the women that I've come across in my lifetime, have experienced some hurt, and they lead with that pain. And I think that affects us, um, later on, in life, in our relationships, in our growth, in our happiness, in just our all out, lives. Um, it affects our children, it affects our family, it affects our spouse or, significant other. And I will admit that personally, I, have done that, and probably missed a lot of opportunities in my life, things that could have taken me to another level, decisions that I could have made, and choices that I did or didn't make that have taken an impact, and that oftentimes you can't help but wonder, what if, and what if I would have made that decision, to do the other thing? Um, what if I wasn't so hurt, or scared, or that particular bad experience didn't make me so insecure that I, didn't have that self-esteem to step out, on faith, to pursue whatever it was. And I know that me personally, I've had a lot of missed opportunities, just for things that, have personally affected, um, me negatively in my life, and then not having that, you know, I guess, empowerment, that strong enough of a, um, you know, support system, uh, or even, just the confidence in myself to take that step forward, and just miss that opportunity, several opportunities. Um, but I just wanted to, share and my take with my happiness currently today. I have personally, you know, realized, come to understand that we are, the source of our own happiness, and we do determine whether we're happy or not. And for some people, that may be hard to believe. And you still have people that believe that other people is what they need to make them happy. And I don't agree with that. And for the longest, I thought that. And until I started to make, more positive thoughts in my own mind, to look at things a different way. And don't get me wrong, to think positively is work. Um, and I think it's a lot on our shoulders, especially, as women, um, to keep this, image of ourselves, and no, this is not a, black, white, or any other color thing, but I think, because I am a black woman and us as black women, with this stigma of the angry black woman, trying to not, be that stereotype and trying to work through some things. But then at some point in my life, a younger woman not even being aware that I was being that stereotype and acting that way, and you know um, just missing out and kicking out a lot of things that could have made huge differences in my life today. And having some regrets on a lot of those things and decisions that I didn't move forward on. um, I personally know someone who's close to me that, you know, from the hurt that they've been through in their past, they can't even answer a greeting with a positive response. I mean, every time you text or call or, what have you, when you reach out, the response is negative no matter what. And sometimes that stuff gets old. And us as grown women on some grown woman stuff need to share that with our sisters, our friends, our, circle of women, and be honest and tell each other that, that is, just some bull. And you can make your life, what you wanted. I know, oftentimes, like I said, especially if you're in a funk, if you're, going through whatever you are, a very a very low point in your life, it may be, that, it doesn't seem that there's any light, but you've got to make that light. And I wouldn't be saying it if I hadn't done it, um, and made that light. Don't get me wrong, ladies, and gentlemen, if there's anyone out there listening that are male. It was work, and I'm not saying it was easy, but positivity to me is hard work, um, because it takes work to be, positive with all this negative going on in the world. Um, but I learned, how to turn that around and how not to keep myself in that negative thinking. I'm not saying that it always is the case today, because, sometimes you have to snap yourself, out of it. And, you have to get out of that negative thinking tunnel, if you will, and realize that you're thinking that stuff, and focus on something else. But really, the purpose, of today's, grown woman stuff topic is, basically identifying through that hurt. Um, don't lead with it, let it, you know, it will, define who you are in some cases, in some, parts of your life, and who you are. It will make up, part of your personality. But don't let that negativity be who you are. It doesn't have to be. Use it to, you know, grow from. Use it to enrich your life. Use it to enhance, your opportunities. Um, Use it to make better choices. Don't use that negativity to make you a negative person. Um, and on some grown woman stuff, don't nobody want to hear that mess anyway. And y'all know it. You got friends like that do that, and you basically just listen to be listening. And oftentimes, it does. It gets old, especially if you are a positive person. And I would say one thing to work on, if you are in that particular type of, or at that point in your life, um, try to surround yourself with a positive person, or positive people, and change your life. You are the only one who can change your life and change your mind. No one else can do that for you. I learned it. It wasn't easy and it took some time, but if you understand it, know it, and own it, that you are, the source of your own happiness, then you can be happy. So, ladies, um, gentlemen, whoever's out there watching, this has been my, first, topic under my grown woman stuff, channel. And hopefully you all will join me, in my future episodes, and we can, get this thing rolling, get it off the ground, and at some point, like I said, establish a, some chatting and some dialogue with some of you folks out there or whatever, and we can make this thing big, and give me your feedback. I welcome it, and hopefully, we can, keep this thing going. Again, this is not meant to be some kind of self-help, and I'm not a therapist, and I'm not, saying, oh, I've gotten any professional help, and so I know this, and I'm not claiming to know it all. I'm just here sharing my experiences, sharing my thoughts, sharing my, you know, just sharing my life, with you all. And a little bit later, it'll probably get a little more personal. It'll probably get a little scary. It'll get a little happy. It'll get a lot of fun and whatever else. And hopefully, you guys will enjoy it. And I look forward to seeing you back here. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Take care.